Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a new report shows Kentuckians started visiting safe syringe sites 3 times more often in recent years. And a new housing development is coming to southern Kentucky.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6:30 on Thursday, May 23rd. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Do you want to look at fog again? We have no choice. It's locally dense in a number of locations, 59 outside our door here at WYMT, and you can see here with the yellow grayish shading, yes indeed, visibility is less than a mile. So take the pedal off the metal and the extra time you need to get to work, school, wherever your destination is taking you over the next hour or two. It is 59 as you make your way back toward Irvin. It's 60 at Prestonsburg, 62 at Harlan, 63. Good morning to you up in Rowan County at Moorhead. The last 3 hours of the satellite weather composite, actually checked that. The last 12 shows the heavier bursts of rain now tracking into Columbia and Monticello, and we've got that opportunity for some heavier bursts of rain as we head through today. Otherwise, it's breaks of sunshine and a bit of a humid feel to the air with a high in hazard up to 75. More about the Memorial Day holiday weekend forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
Thank you, Tim. Yesterday marked 1 year since Scott County Deputy Caleb Conley was killed in the line of duty. Deputy Conley was shot and killed during a traffic stop on I-75. He was honored last week at a police memorial at the nation's capital. Several deputies from the sheriff's office traveled to D.C. to show their support. And in the years since his death, his family has created the Caleb Conley Foundation to continue raising funds for other families impacted by line of duty deaths.
Work like this is extremely important. Obviously, a lot more families are in need of help around the area. We never expected something like this to happen to the Conley family, and we're so glad that other organizations have been able to help.
The suspect accused of killing Deputy Conley has open cases in Kenton, Scott, Fayette, and Woodford counties. He has a previous conviction in Harrison County. His next court appearance will be June 10th for sentencing in Kenton County. In that case, Stephen Shin-Chang pleaded guilty to burglary and being a persistent felony offender. Yesterday morning in Frankfort, the Kentucky EMS Memorial Foundation honored 38 EMS workers who died in the line of duty, with 2 names added for this year. EMT Ronald Drake Adams from Elliott County and EMT Chasten McWhorter from Somerset Pulaski County EMS were added. Adams died in March from a heart attack hours after an emergency run. Less than a month later in April, McWhorter and a patient on board died when the ambulance McWhorter was driving crashed into another vehicle in Garrett County.
We recognize our police officers, our firefighters. They already have permanent memorials, so we are in the process of building a memorial for EMS workers who have died in the line of duty.
The EMS Memorial Foundation is raising money for a permanent memorial in Juniper Hill Park in Frankfort. A former Leslie County Sheriff's deputy was found guilty of murder. Jeremy Lewis was convicted of first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with physical evidence in the murder of Tyler North in 2018. The trial was moved to Clay County and lasted about a week. Officials say Lewis will be sentenced in Leslie County. It's not known when that will happen yet. The jury recommended Lewis spend 50 years in prison. A London man is facing charges after being accused of hitting a minor. Police responded to the incident on Tomcat Trail in Laurel County on Tuesday. After arriving at the scene, police found 41-year-old Michael Elliott outside of the home. Police say Elliott began resisting arrest and would not identify himself. Elliott was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Police in Laurel County are asking for help finding a theft suspect. Take a look at your screen. Authorities with the sheriff's office say the theft occurred at a Walmart near Corbin. Police say the suspect was driving a maroon Kia SUV. They say he drove away after being confronted and nearly hit 4 people. If you have any information about the case, you are asked to contact the sheriff's office at 606-864-6600. And there is a scam alert in Wayne County. Monticello police say several people received a letter from citizens behind the badge. Police say the scam preys on people's trust in law enforcement, claiming people need to donate money. Monticello police say this is not a real charity and is a fake organization of scammers. Attorneys for former Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis say they plan to take her appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. The Liberty Counsel filed a notice of appeal with the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals. It comes after a jury ruled last year Davis had to pay a same-sex couple and their attorneys for refusing to issue a marriage license to the couple. The counsel argues Davis is protected under her First Amendment rights and was entitled to religious accommodation. Now, something we tend to forget when it comes to water safety is what to do when someone else is in trouble. We know when it comes to water safety, you should always wear a life jacket, but what should you do if someone else is in danger? CEO of the YMCA Central Kentucky says it's important to call 911 first. Even strong swimmers should call 911, but that doesn't mean you have to wait for emergency services to start helping. She says it's important to be prepared regardless of where you are.
If you have a plan, if you have a first aid kit, if you have flotation devices, then you go in prepared as opposed to just we're having an incident and we're not ready.
She says the YMCA tries to help the community be prepared through clinics and encourages community members to take a water watcher pledge before the summer season. New data shows the number of total visits to Kentucky's safe syringe sites more than tripled from 2018 to 2022. Visits increased 384% at locations that voluntarily report data to the state, which is 56 of the 80 sites. The Needle Exchange program launched in 2015 and has expanded to counties all across the Commonwealth. People can pick up sterile syringes and other things like overdose reversal medication and fentanyl test strips.
Folks will use syringes that are not sterile, and those syringes that are not sterile can then transmit infections like HIV and hepatitis C, hepatitis B. Any needle is better than no needle if you are addicted.
Stack says research shows new users of syringe service programs are 5 times more likely to enter a drug treatment program, which he says is a pretty compelling return on investment. And we have an update to a story we have been following the past few days. Officials with Kinetic by Windstream say the issues regarding phone outages in Perry County have been resolved. Several businesses reported their phone service was restored. Officials say phone outage issues were first reported to Kinetic last week. A new housing development is coming to southern Kentucky that is set to focus on energy efficiency and affordability. Governor Beshear, along with local and state officials, were on hand to announce the development in Laurel County yesterday. WYMT's Phil Pendleton explains how the homes will save families money.
A new development is coming to Laurel County, but these homes will be a bit different than traditional homes that you see under construction.
A showcase neighborhood that will be recognized nationally for bringing more affordable, attainable homes that are they perform higher.
Governor Andy Beshear says in the wake of higher home prices, skyrocketing mortgages, often utility costs that come with owning a home, are also outrageous.
That's going to mean that not only can you afford to buy it, but you can afford to stay in it.
The homes are being e-built with a focus on energy efficiency.
Each of these homeowners will enjoy approximately $65 less per month in electric cost that'll be in their money, plus it helps them budget for more home and to have, a better life.
These homes are partially built in factories and then finished on site, and they say that when they are finished, you really cannot tell a difference between a home that was built this way and those built traditionally all on site. The new homes should be open in late summer or early fall and are in a development called Redbud Estates.
In a lot of construction, how homes are built, it's 60 years old in technology. No one's really advancing that, and that's what we're all about.
Most of the homes are built in factories with the finishing touches of garage, porches, decks, and sidewalks built on site. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Now to Harlan, where Harlan Independent School officials are giving staff a reason to celebrate. The school district announced a 10% raise for faculty and staff. Superintendent C.D. Morton says this is an important step in showing appreciation for educators. Morton adds news of the raise is already exciting employees.
We've already seen the effects of the announcement. It kind of leaked out, and so folks were kind of aware that this was coming. And I had one person who was resigning who wanted to rescind their resignation, which was great. You know, it's employees that we want to keep. And then we've got several openings where the interest is much higher than it was the previous year.
Morton says the new raise comes partially from the legislature, but what it was not able to fund, the Harlan Independent School Board supplemented.
A good Thursday morning to you, or as Olivia would say, Friday Eve. Right, Olivia? 59 outside our door here at WYMT, 59 at Irvin and at UVA-Y, 60 at Prestonsburg, and 59 down your way, crossing the state line in Middlesboro. All right, we told you the trends would be for this complex of heavy downpours the weekend. It's starting to do that as it's getting into Wayne and Somerset counties. And yes, we can't rule out some additional heavier bursts of rain as we head through your Thursday. And once we completely get rid of the fog, we anticipate some breaks of sunshine and not a washout here for the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival over in Punville today. A forecast high up to 75. Opening ceremony still could have a shower or thunder shower by fireworks time. We should be diminishing the action. More about the holiday weekend forecasts. Yeah, we got to figure out when we get some dry weather, right? It's all coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. A newly released footage shows the brutal abduction of Israeli women on October 7th.